What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and today we'll be starting a new quarter hunt series. I was at my coin shop this past weekend, and I sold a bunch of those Ike dollars that I hunted the other day, and I think they bought them for like $1.25 a piece, something like that, give or take. And basically with my profits, I was able to pick up this book more or less for free. So I thought, let's do a series with it. And I'll start pulling all my 2010s through 2021s and see if we can't fill out this whole book. I do like this book because a lot of the national park books only do single mint. And this one, as you can see, if I can get it on camera there, does Philadelphia and Denver. So this is a quad fold, if you will. I can't get it all on camera, but I'll show it to you guys maybe in a wide shot a little bit later. But I can fit everything from 2010 to 2021 for both Philadelphia and Denver in this book. So this will be considered a video. I'm actually going to call it video 1. Right now I only have about half a box of quarters. I picked this up a couple of days ago, and I'd actually filled the rest with dimes, but they were all 2022 P dimes, so I took them back. I haven't been able to find more quarters this week. I'll be going out tomorrow to banks to look for more. So I'll add another box of quarters to this video. So this will be kind of a box and a half, box and 6/10. So with that said, I've been yammering on too much. Let's get this pushed back and get into some of these rolls. I will bring you guys in when I find something interesting like a variety or a proof or a business strike or a W. I will not pull you in for every coin that I find that's going to go in this book because I'd be pulling you in for the next hour and a half. So that said, let's get going. So I am 10 rolls in, and I'm bringing you in for a find, but I want to stop here and show you what I've basically done is just pulled anything that would go in the book. So 2010 to 2021. Now, if they're really cruddy, I've just been throwing them back, but I'm stacking up pretty much everything I find that would be, at this stage, a book filler since it's a brand new book. I will, after these 10 rolls, cull this down to just a P and a D, and probably the best one of the bunch just to thin this off. But I wanted to bring you in because I have my first kind of official real find of the box, and it's a business strike. We've been finding a lot of these of late. Business strike is a clad quarter with a S mint mark for San Francisco. These were not intended to be in circulation. And this one is, and I'd already looked at it, but a really nice 2020. So for those of you that don't know, the business strike San Franciscos are actually rarer than the West Point mint quarters, but they just don't command the value. For some reason, people are not spending a lot of money on these. I'll put the mintage up on the screen here, but I want to say most of these are kind of in that $1.5 million to kind of 1.8 or 1.9 million. I could be wrong on this one, but that's where what my recollection is for these business strikes. So we'll put that board on the find. Next to, I do have a couple of Philadelphia bicentennials that I'll be hanging on to, so we'll put it up there, not to confuse it with all of our book fillers. So we are 15 rolls from the end. I wanted to bring you in. These last 5 rolls, I believe I've got one roll of a complete set of 2021s, and the rest are going to be various 2022 quarters, if I recall. These next 10 rolls definitely are mixed, but I wanted to show you where we're at. And like I said, so I maybe not have said it in the earlier clip, but starting from here, I've got my 2021s, and then they just go down from there. So 19s, 18s, so on and so forth. And honestly, I'm going to fill the greater majority of this book. As you can see, if I've got 2, it means I've found a P and a D. Now, some of them are a little crispy, and they're not great. But I've got most of the P and Ds as we look across there. Where I'm really hurting is down here in the 2010s, 11s, and 12s. But it's coming along quite nicely. For a quick update, we still have that San Francisco business strike. We've got 6 Philly bicentennials and 3 Denver bicentennials. So it's coming along. We'll get through the next 10 rolls, and I'll bring you in for another update. So we are 9 rolls from the end. I'm probably about halfway through, and I have 2 coins that I show off on the channel all the time. But since I found them, I thought I would bring you in. We have the Arizona with the extra cactus error. There's that die chip over the initials, JIM. And we've got the Ungodly Rust error, but this one's really, really good. I wanted to show you guys this one. This is caused by grease getting in the die, and we're actually missing half the G, the entire O, and the T and the R. So we have kind of a in-d, we ust. So I have no idea what this would be valued at, but this is a pretty cool error. All right, guys, I got 5 rolls left. Like I said, these last 5 rolls, I think they're going to be complete rolls of 2021s and 22s. I opened what I thought was a roll of Mankiller quarters. It looks like it's a mix of 2022s. And I think I found something insane. And looking at eBay, and I'll show it to you guys in this video in just a second, this quarter may be worth north of $250. So let me show it to you first. As you can see here, I've got lots. I'm not going to show it to you yet. I've been through all these. They're all new 2022s. I've laid this out like I normally do. But there it is. This I do not believe is post-mint damage. If you look at the coin, and I'm going to put it under the scope here in a second, it's like stamped incorrectly. Most of the lettering's missing. You can't tell what mint it came from. And if you look at the edge, like this was damaged at the mint. I don't believe this is post-mint. When you look at the reverse, we have the same sort of greasing around the coin. Let me put this under the scope and show you just how messed up this quarter is. And then I'm going to show you on eBay what I found. Bear with me while I fix my... You zoom out a little bit so we're not so close. But here is the damage on the quarter. And I'll zoom back in and just here. Here is that giant die crack in the quarter. I don't think anyone could do this post-mint with that kind of precision. And you can see around the coin, like here, we're missing a lot of the letters. Looks like it's a misstrike or maybe a lot of grease in the die. Something going on there. Here, you can only see the 22 part, and it looks like it's been spread. We do have some bites there in the neck. That looks like that could just be like bag marks. Or I'm not sure what that is. That could be the initials actually of the engraver, because I think that's what it is. This coin's just a mess. We have that kind of big die crack near the mouth that's pretty prevalent in the 2022s. Let me show you the reverse. Again, the reverse, there's so much grease in the edge that we don't have any of the lettering. Her face is pretty jacked up. Let me zoom out a little bit here. You can see all the lettering on the back for her name. It's kind of missing and machine doubled. I hope you can see that. Like I guess that's a E, a W, the Y. I mean, it's just pretty jacked up. I don't know another way to say it. I'm not sure the correct terminology for the minting process that would cause this. But this coin is not right. Now, talking about eBay, I did just look up the Wilma Mankiller errors. Here's a 2022 P. I'm going to zoom in on that in just a second. We're going to go into it. It says BU. I mean, mine's not BU, of course, or I'm not sure how you could call a coin like this BU. But if I come over here to their quarter, you can see it's the exact same damage. All right, let me flip mine back over. We'll look at that. It is the exact same damage. So I don't believe this is a quarter that somebody has mangled post-mint. Now you can see the big sort of die chip or die crack coming down from the nose there. I kind of mentioned that earlier. I've got very similar damage on mine. I think it's the same thing. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. I may get this on eBay and get it sold before I even get this video posted, especially if this is a $257 quarter. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead. I'll do a short about this video or about this coin and get that out tonight. So it will probably take a little bit away from this video, but I don't even know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Okay, well, I know I said I was going to marry this with another box, but after the finds that we had and the number of coins that we actually filled in the book with those $350 or $360 worth of quarters, I'm going to end the video here, and we'll just do an episode 2 next time I can get another full box. I do want to start with the finds. We'll end on the book. So let's just come up here. We'll zoom in. We did find that really, really good grease strike where we were missing most of the letters. You can even see here under basic magnification with the camera. We're missing some of the I, all of the O, and the T and the R. And the coin is not in completely horrible shape for being in circulation, but I think this is a pretty cool find. We did have that Arizona extra cactus variety that I put under the scope for you earlier. It's where we get that die chip down there over top of the engraver's initials. We did have one San Francisco business strike, and it is one of the 2020s, so I've been slowly acquiring most of the business strikes from 2017 to 2020. They've been showing up a lot in my rolls. We did have 7 Philadelphia bicentennials and 4 Denver bicentennials. I hang on to all of those. I do check the Denvers for the DDO. One day I'll find that. It's a really valuable quarter. We did not have it in today's hunt. Of course, the star of the show, and I was a little starstruck, or whatever the right word is, out of sorts when I found this. So apologies, but I was really excited when I found out just how valuable this quarter could be. As you can see here, I've already got it flipped up so I don't lose it. But this is a really valuable error. And doing some more research on eBay, when these things first were found, they were going for $1,000 to $1,200. Recent sales are more in that $250 to $500 range. Some being people are asking $700, $800, $900 still. But the sales are kind of in that $250 to about $500. So a pretty cool find all the way around. Apparently there's quite a number of these out there, but they're still commanding a lot of money. With that said, I do want to move over to the book, so I'm going to change my camera setup here just to show you how many of the quarters we found. And these I did not place in the book. I've got them all written here on a sheet of paper. I did find them. They're just so ugly, and I don't want to pop them in the book because sometimes these books, you know, the more you pop the coins in and out, they kind of stop staying in. So this will be a list that I'll carry forward with me into the next box. I'll hang on to these coins just in case I don't find them ever, but I'm pretty sure I will. So let's go ahead and get into the book and wrap up the video. So here we are with our National Park Quarter book. I think I showed this off a little bit at the beginning of the video. It's actually a really nice book. I think I paid like $12 or $13 for it at my local coin shop. Maybe could get it cheaper elsewhere. But as you can see, and I'll zoom in page for page here, we did a really good job filling up the Philadelphia side of the book. As a matter of fact, we are really just missing 2010 and 2011, and I did, well, let's see here, 2010 and 2011, a couple of 2012s. This 2016 that's missing, I actually found, but it was kind of too ugly to put in. And outside of that, we got every other Philadelphia quarter. So in just, $350, $360 worth of quarters, I was able to do pretty good. Now, keep in mind, these are not all BU quarters, but they look decent enough that I felt like it was okay to put here in the book. I will be upgrading these as I find stunners in future hunts, and I will get the other books to get me from like 2005 through 2009, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. On the other side of the book, and this is why I like this book, is it allows you to do Philadelphia and Denver all in one book, whereas most of the books it's either Philly or Denver, but not both. I'll zoom out a little bit here. You can see here in Atlanta, Georgia, finding the Denver coins is a little bit tougher to do. We are missing a lot more coins. So still most of the 2010s and 2011s. We didn't get any 2012s, most of the 2013s. We were missing a 2014. And you can see over here, we are missing a whole good bunch of quarters as well. Again, we had, I think, 5 of these holes could have been filled. They were just kind of ugly. And even though it's not listed in the book, I did add the crossing the Delaware quarter in the book just because I had the space, and I did find a Philly and a Denver. I'm not going to put the 2022 quarters in here because I think there's going to be 4 or 5 of them, and I just don't have enough slots. So with that said, if you're thinking about starting a collection or you're looking for a rainy day weekend project with one of your kids, get you a box of quarters in a book like this. You can actually fill most of it out, probably in a single box of quarters. So I hope you guys had fun in this hunt. I know I said I was going to add another box. I am going to be on vacation next week, so I did want to close this out and get it done. Plus, we had that amazing, amazing quarter find, which I've actually put out of reach. So let me grab that. So as I was saying, this amazing, in my opinion, amazing find with that huge die crack there at the top. This may be one of the most valuable coins I've ever found, assuming I sell it and assuming I could actually get what it's going for today. I mean, $250, $300 for a quarter that I got out of a box for 25 cents is a steal. And of course, I did bring these errors out as well. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by dropping down below and clicking on that like button and leaving me a comment. If you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts or you like to collect coins or into numismatics or even gold and silver, please consider clicking on that subscribe button, clicking on that little bell and selecting all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. As I said, I will be on vacation next week. I'm trying to get a couple of videos done this weekend so I can schedule them to go out next week, so stay tuned. I will be releasing the winner for the guesses for the big jar of change that we hunted about 2 weeks ago, so that'll come out this weekend, and the winners will be announced there, so stay tuned. You guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.